This is Hazel. She's 15 and a half weeks old. This is training line T33. The purpose of this line is to introduce Hazel to an intermittent track. There's anywhere from 5 to 25 or 30 yard dead spots in this track. The age of the track is only about 2.5 hours old. It's a skin drag. Not supposed to be, the purpose is not to have it be a difficult tracking conditions in terms of scenting, but for her to be introduced to the idea of intermittent dead spots in the track. I've chosen this nice plain grass field to encourage her to very easily search out, also not be distracted by other things that might get her attention. I really want her just focusing. Don't want anything else breaking her focus on looking for the track. So we'll see what happens. I'm going to put her right on the start. When I made these intermittent spots in this track, I made little loops. I didn't walk right to the next place. I don't want her to follow my footsteps, so I made little loops and misdirections with how I walked to go to the new spot as I picked the skin up before I put it back down. Find it. Find it. You probably can see my footsteps here. The grass was very wet when I laid this morning. Right there is the end. And I walked out, around, and back up into here. She recognizes it's gone. Coming back to the last spot that it was. I walked out here, so she can't follow me to the track. Track restarts up there a little bit. You can see my ribbon, it starts right about there again. That's my track over there. Good, she didn't follow that. That's good. I'm purposely standing out here to encourage a little bit. Oh, she's taking a poop. To encourage her a little bit to search forward. I don't want to guide her to the next part. I have the marks well off the track so they don't distract her. The wind's at her back, which I wish actually it was coming from our head so that she could smell the next part. She knows where it ends. Hopefully she'll move up here ahead of me a little bit and pick it up again. I was hoping she'd blast right off it and catch the next piece quicker. I like that she's keeps going back to that spot to look. But I would have liked her to find it already. That's where it ends, right there. Boy, she's good for coming back to that last point of contact. Searching back. Hazel, search. 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 Use the search command to encourage her forward. Search. 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 We should be hitting it here. Certainly, it's right there. Search. Search. She's got it. Good girl. Good girl. That was maybe a little bit bigger of a space than I should have had. She's got it again now. This time it comes down here and then turns and right there ends here again. Search. Search. I thought she'd blow past these gaps further. I should have made the spaces smaller. Next time I will. Search. Search. Yep, that's a mistake on my part. I should have made the spaces smaller. Search. So we'll turn it into a search exercise. It's right there. Search. 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 Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Yeah, that's a little mistake on my part. Those gaps are too big. I thought for sure she would just run off those dead spots really far and bump into the next one. But I'm wrong about that. Ends right there again. Boy, she picks this dead spot up right away. This time it goes right, but not too far. That's my ribbon marking the end. And it goes over here, but I went out around and then came back in here. Yeah, I made those dead spots too big, and the wind is wrong. When we're coming back the other way, at least the wind will be right. We've done a few backtracks with her, and that's her first instinct to look for where it came from. Looking for a backtrack. Because she's already seen a few of those. I didn't think too many. Good, now she's searching to the left. The line's over here. I like the looks of that. She has a good chance of bumping it right there. That was the line. The wind's at our back right now. She's searching wider and wider. She should bump it right. You can see the ribbon goes into the bushes. Actually, the line's here. That's the line right there. It goes into the thick. Well, that was very good. Here's where it came in. That's it right there, and it goes right back out at that ribbon. Good girl, Hazel. That was really good. I like how she started to get really wide there. Search out. That was good. I still wish I would have put the spots closer together, the gap smaller. It's dead here, and it starts back up over there. I walked here and I walked out around to go to that spot. She's not using my footsteps at all. That's good. It ends here. I'm going to move forward part way just to kind of encourage her to come this direction a little bit, but I'm not going to go all the way up to the spot. I did not walk along there. I walked out through here around, and came back in, and then I put the skin back down over there. Hopefully she searches this edge. Search! 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 She should hit it. She missed that. She was in here. She should have gotten that. She didn't. Her drive is a little bit down today. I'm tracking her hungry, figuring that would help build drive. I would normally have fed her about 2 hours ago, her morning meal. Checking back again. That's the back trail. She's still searching. She's still looking. We're going to get her back on track. Hazel, come! 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 Good girl! And that's the track she crossed. Hazel, come! Come on, girl! Search! 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 Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Now we're back one. Good girl. Good girl. I drug it right through this high grass. I was actually dragging it in this green stuff that's about a foot high where she's in right now. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. It stops at this next ribbon again and starts back up over at the ribbon about 20 yards ahead. It stops right there. I walked out around. Search! Search! I'm going to help her. Search! 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 Yep, these gaps were too big. Big mistake on my part. Should get a little easier over here now, though. This grass is still wet over here. It was all dry along here. Search! 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 Now she should hit it, hopefully. Comes in here and goes up that way. Good girl! Up at this next ribbon it stops and goes out there, lined up with that pink one there. When that, you can see that tire track up there. That's interesting. She went off the end much further than before. That's a good thing. She's just searching up the edge. Search! That was nice. She went a good 10, 12 yards before she came back. That's good. So I'm looking for her to search out forward a little bit more. The track is actually out there, but if she searches this edge and bumps it up here, I'm gonna let that go. Especially since that part out there is out in the sun. She's searching this edge. Search! 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 She should hit it again there. Right there. Good girl! Good girl! Ends there again. The track's out there. She recognizes it's over. Got a little wind coming left to right, which could bring her right into the line. That would be great. The line is out here somewhere. Yeah, out there. It's pretty far out. But pretty far away, but I'm going to let this go. Search! Hazel, come on! Search! 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 That's the line right there. It's going the wrong direction. He's right on it though. You can see it in the grass. She's going to go up. Right there is where it turns left. Came originally this way. It's dead now past that spot. Well, if nothing else, she's learned that there's gaps in the line sometimes. I would have hoped that she did these more smoothly, but she's definitely learned that there's gaps in the line and you have to look for them. Well, I don't know if she knows she has to always look for them, but she's learned that they exist. She's a good girl. Kind of see my foot tracks. Goes right up across the road into the cornfield. Good girl. Good girl. I'm going to stand right on the line so you can see her work it. It's about 85 degrees right now. It's going to be a hot one today. Probably about 60% humidity. Hopefully she blasts right across the road, and 2 rows into the corn is where the skin is and her morning food. She's never found her food at the end of the trail before. It's something new I'm doing today. Come on, baby, right across. Good girl. And it goes right in there. Oh, good girl, good girl. Good girl, Hazel. Good girl, huh? Good girl. Look here. Look here. What's that? Oh, it's even better than the skin at your breakfast. Good girl. Good girl. Okay. She learned something here today, I believe. She at the very least learned that there's sometimes gaps in the line, and I learned that I took a little bit too big a step, so I thought she'd blow off those turns quicker. So I guess it's a good thing that she didn't go so far off the turn. Well, I shouldn't say the turns, off those blank spots when it ended, but I should have had those smaller. Well, we'll make them smaller next time.